Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you guys get some massive value from this podcast. We're going to be talking about how to create a life that you truly love in areas such as relationships, your health, your business, your finances, your career, your family, your friends, your parenting, whatever it may be. So, guys, before we get started, if I can ask you a massive favor to like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It just helps with the algorithm, reaching more people, helping more people. So if you can take 3 seconds out of your day to do that, I'll be muchly appreciative of that. And without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, I'm currently rereading this book. If you're not looking at the screen, the book is called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It is a fantastic book. I read this about a year or maybe probably 2 years ago now, and it was fantastic, changed the way I viewed the world, and I've decided to go back through it just to relearn them properly and get back into it. And there's a cool quote by the Stoics where you never step in the same river twice, because you're changing, your awareness is changing, your consciousness is changing. So I actually recommend you as well to go back through and reread books that you have really changed your life, because you're going to take things differently because based on who you are, what you're ready for, and your level of awareness at that time. So anyways, I'm going back through this book. It's really awesome. I just did a meditation out of it, and it's really powerful. But the biggest thing that it's re-emphasizing to me, and it's really nailing down to me, is that you get in life what you are, not what you want, from an energetic level, from a spirituality level. Because everything in life, from the pencil that I'm holding right now, to the camera that I'm filming this on, to the desk that I'm sitting at, to the chair that I'm sitting on, to the money in my bank account, to the business that I have, to the relationship that I have, to the health that I have, everything is energy. Everything is vibrating at a certain frequency, and everything is energy. And your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. Everything is energy. And if you want to change your life externally, you've got to change who you are internally. And that comes down to changing your thoughts, changing your emotions, and changing who you are at an energetic level. So that's what has been really hitting home for me. So I guess what I wanted to encourage to you and invite you to do is start to be conscious. Start to be conscious of your thoughts. If you're thinking negative shit, guess what you're going to be attracting into your life? Negative stuff. Whatever you focus on expands. So if you're someone, and I'm guilty of this 10,000 times over, and you keep thinking about your problems, you keep blaming, you keep playing victim, you're going to create more of that. Because without going too far into the details of this book, go read the book yourself and you'll really understand this. But when you think a thought, you relive the same experience. Your mind does not know the difference between an experience that you're living right now in this present moment and you reliving it through your thoughts alone. And when you think certain thoughts, you feel certain emotions. And if you keep thinking about a problem that keeps bringing up negative emotions, that's creating the energy of who you are. Do you know anyone? You've probably been guilty of it. We all have, of who just stays in the past. They keep judging. They keep holding on to stuff. They keep blaming their ex-partner, their ex-boyfriend, their ex-girlfriend, their ex-business partner, their parents, the government, whatever it may be. And I'm not saying that that's not truth what they're saying. That they probably were betrayed. They probably were hurt. Things probably did happen to them that weren't, quote, right. But what does holding on achieve? What does holding on to that judgment achieve? What does living in the past achieve? It doesn't move anything forward. It keeps you stuck. And you keep remaining that same person, so you keep creating that same life. And he goes into heaps of detail into Becoming Supernatural. It's a fantastic book. Please, guys, go read it. It is fantastic. So what I want to encourage you to do, the takeaway from this little conversation today, is I want you to start to change your energy. Now, how do you do that? That's quite an interesting question. Firstly, I've got a couple steps for you to go. So I've got 5 steps that I want you to start to incorporate into your life. First things first, be conscious of your thoughts. By the age of 30, 95% of what we do is on autopilot. You wake up at a certain time or a certain way. You get out of bed a certain way. You go to the bathroom. You brush your teeth. You have a shower. You walk downstairs. You make your coffee. You get into your car. You drive the same way. You sit in the same traffic. You go to the same job. You complain about the same people, whatever it may be. You repeat. Come back, sleep or have dinner, bed routine, go to sleep, wake up and do it again. So 95% of what we do is on autopilot. So how are you meant to change if you've only got 5% of consciousness there? So start to improve and increase the level of awareness and consciousness that you have over your thoughts and your actions. Debrief yourself, and I'll give you some steps of how to do so, but start to be conscious. Why are you throwing negative energy towards that person? Who does that serve? No one. So why are you doing it? I get it, it hurt. I get it, there's trauma there. I get it. I understand. It's very valid what you're saying. But how long do you want to hold on to that for? Are you going to take that to your deathbed? Or are you going to learn how to heal, learn how to process, learn how to move on? So start to be conscious of your thoughts. What are you thinking? What's going through your mind on a consistent basis? Because 95% of it is on autopilot. And if you're living in the past, which most people do, or thinking about an unwanted future, which most people do as well, that's what you're creating. So to create a life that you want, whether it be a business, finances, relationship, health, whatever it may be, you must change the frequency and the energy of who you are. So your thoughts, be conscious of it. And I'm going to give you some steps of how to do so. So I'll put down things like journaling, things like debriefing your day. The last step I'll keep to the end, it is meditation, but I'll go into meditation in a little bit more detail at the end of this. So first things first, be conscious of your thoughts, be conscious of your actions. A lot of what we do is on autopilot. Majority of what we do is on autopilot. So you're just reliving your day yesterday. And say it's a normal work day, Monday to Friday. If you've got a normal quote job 9 to 5, you wake up. Monday is pretty similar to Tuesday. Tuesday is pretty similar to Wednesday. Wednesday is pretty similar to Thursday, to Friday. Your weekends are probably similar. You might have a one-off birthday here and there and things might change, but you're literally just reliving the same life and recreating the same life. So you're going to learn to be conscious and start to change and step into the unknown a little bit more. Other things to change your energy. So first things, be conscious of your thoughts, be conscious of your actions. Second thing is very much around your health and your vitality. So I've got exercise, I've got health as a whole, which would be nutrition, could be recovery, could be sleep, and also I've got cold shower or cold therapy. So things like cold shower, cold baths, etc. It's literally viscerally going to change what your energy is like. If you put in food, which is energy, and picture this, picture like the most pure, organic, healthy, like nutritionally dense food you can picture, and picture a burger from McDonald's. Think of the energetic difference between those two. Think of the vibrational state of those two and the difference between them. And if you're ingesting one of those, you're literally directly putting that into your body and then going through who you are. So be very conscious of the foods that you're eating. Be very aware, not just of the health benefits, but of the energetic benefits of what it is that you're eating. And then I love cold showers. I cold shower every morning, and ice baths if you've got access to one. Really awesome. It literally changes your nervous system. It wakes you up. It floods. There's so many benefits to that. Look into Wim Hof. If you haven't already, go to Google or YouTube. Wim Hof, fantastic. He's got heaps of research into this stuff. So step 1 was awareness on thoughts and actions. Step 2 is I just put health. So that's exercise, training, food, sleep, recovery, ice baths, etc. I'll put that all into category 2 of health. Number 3 is healing. Healing through your past, learning to let go, learning to process. There's heaps of ways to do that, whether it's Reiki healing, whether it's having a coach or a mentor like what I do with my clients, whether it's learn how to just let go, forgive, whether it's a breathwork session, whether it's a journaling session, whether it's a therapy session, learn to heal. Because when you're triggered, you regress back to who you were when the trauma or the wound was made. So you're 5 years old, mum and dad have a fight, it's very traumatic, or maybe you're abused, maybe you're assaulted, and you felt really anxious and fearful and scared. When you get triggered because something triggers you in your present day, you regress back to who you were in the moment of that trauma that happened, so you're reliving that experience. But once you've healed through it, you're completely healed through that trauma, through that past experience, then you can no longer be triggered by it. That's a huge conversation. I've got other podcasts on that topic. Go watch that. You'll get your head wrapped around it. Number 4 is who you surround yourself with. This is a standard one. You hear this all the time. You're the average of the 5 people that you hang around. It's absolutely true. So make sure you're hanging around good people. What are your friends and your family or the people that you hang around? What's their energy like? Is it uplifting? Is it inspiring? Is it encouraging? Is it empowering? Or is it fucking draining? And we've all met the energy vampires that are out there in the world. So be aware of that. And not to say everyone doesn't have a bad day or a bad moment. I certainly have bad moments too. But I went to we had our business after party on the weekend, and I went there and I had a couple compliments on the energy that I bring to people. It's like, you just light me up every time I see you. Your energy is so contagious. And I'm very proud of that because I've worked a lot on that, because I used to be a very anxious, scared, timid, unconfident young boy. So I've worked fucking hard on that. And I was very grateful to hear that feedback, because that's the energy I want to give, and that's the energy that I'm pretty picky with the people that I hang around. So be very conscious of who you surround yourself with. If you're hanging around depressed people, you're going to be depressed. And that's as simple as it is. You pick up their beliefs, you pick up their energy, you pick up their behaviors. It's just the herd mentality that we have as human beings. We are evolutionarily driven and wired to stay with the herd, because back in prehistoric days, or cavemen and women days, is that if you didn't abide by the rules of the herd, you were kicked out of the herd. So we have this evolutionary instinct to follow what's accepted or what's tolerated within the herd. So if I had a person in my circle who was just always fucking down, always depressed, always upset, I'd say, hey, look, like let's heal through this shit. Let's be better. You're choosing to feel that way. I know that can hurt to hear, and that probably triggered someone just listening right now, but you choose how you feel. You choose whether you're healing or not. You choose whether you're putting in the work or not. If you've got access to the internet, and you will if you're watching this podcast right now, then there's no excuse for you not healing. Google, YouTube, listen to a podcast, pay for a coach, go to a therapy session, whatever it may be. If you're like third world country, don't have water, food to drink, fair enough. Very fair enough. But if you have access to internet, there is no excuse why you should not be putting in the work. It's up to you. It's on you. It's your responsibility. So that's step 4. Who do you hang around with? And then number 5, this is the biggie. This is the big one, is meditation. Now, meditation can be challenging for a lot of people. It's definitely challenging to myself, but it was in the past anyways. When you're meditating, and again, Joe Dispenza explains this really, really well. So I'm probably not doing him a great service right now, trying to give my version of it. But when you're meditating, you're entering the subconscious mind and you're literally reprogramming the software. Think of it like your computer. If you go into like the settings, or say you're a hacker or something like that, and you can go into like the programming behind the scenes and reprogram your computer to operate better. That's what meditation allows you to do. It allows you to consciously choose the emotions that you want to feel, consciously choose the feelings you want to feel, consciously choose the thoughts you want to think about. That's the power of meditation. Most people don't do it because it brings up shit. That's what healing's about. Welcome to the healing journey. Most people get distracted. Most people make excuses, but that's why their life is the way that it is. And there's no judgment. There's no disrespect to that. But if you want to change your life, you got to change your energy. And these are the ways you do it. Meditation's by far the most powerful one, consistently done. You don't do one meditation, you're fucking set for life. It's like brushing your teeth. You do it every single day. It's like going to the gym. You do it consistently. So meditation, find your ways of meditating. I like listening to frequencies, and I just listen to frequencies and let my thoughts process, and I let my vision come to life. Some people like guided meditations. Fantastic. I did one this morning. Go to Google and type in, or YouTube, guided meditation. Pretty standard stuff, but most people aren't doing it. Something that you can give a shot is Joe Dispenza. So type in Joe Dispenza meditation into YouTube, and there's a ton there. I did one of his this morning. That's probably what's prompted this conversation, and it was really powerful. I got a lot out of it. I felt my energy changing by consciously deciding to. And then that energy in yourself, once it vibrates or it's on the same vibrational frequency as the life that you want, the person that you need to be to have the things that you want, then you actually materialize it. This is where manifestation actually comes into it. Now, I'm not a big fan of it from, if anyone's watched The Secret, there's truth in that show, in that book. But some people think like, if I just focus hard enough on a Ferrari, one's going to pop in my garage. No, that's not how it works. Who is the person in your future who has achieved and has the life that you want? The relationship, the health, the business, the finances, and what type of emotions and mindset and frequency does that person live by? Then bring that emotion, bring that into you right now, then you will attract the things that you want. Because if we go back to the start of this podcast, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life who you are. And if I could drop a mic right now, that's the mic drop moment that really hit home from this book. So learn to understand your vision in life, your values in life, your purpose in life. Get clear on who is the person that is worthy of that vision. What are their emotions like? What are their thoughts like? What is their energy like? Bring that energy into you now. Become that person now, then you will achieve it. Then you will create it. Then you will manifest it. I'll summarize those points really quickly. Number one is be conscious of your thoughts and your actions. Do not let thoughts go through unchecked, because if you're just robotically repeating those, you're repeating your life and you're not going to grow and move forward. Secondly, look after your health. And again, in that bucket, I put exercise, I put food, I put sleep, I put cold showers, ice baths, all the above. 3, learn to heal, learn to process, work through your shit. If you need help with that, by all means, send me a message. I can help you with that. Number 4 is who you hang around. So be conscious and be very, very, very picky of the people that you let into your life and the people that you have in your life. And number 5, like I said, meditation. Google, YouTube, there's so many versions of meditation out there. Just lean into it, learn how to do it. It's all a journey. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you got value from it, please like the video. It genuinely does help out. I do appreciate that. If you're interested in working on you and becoming the best version of you and creating a life that you love, where you have a business or a career that's thriving, a relationship that's thriving, your health that is thriving, and you want to work on you and you're ready to work on you, go to the link below. There's a free strategy call. It's with me personally, and we'll see if we're the right fit. It's a non-obligation call. There's no pressure to sign on or do any work with me. It's only if it's the right decision. I only work with people that are the right fit for me, and I'm the right fit for them. But if it sounds like you and you're ready to rock and roll, click down below in the link. Free strategy call. It's with me. I can't wait to connect with you. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. I'll speak to you soon. See ya.